referee is Mick McMichael from England. Wrestled and beaten men like Jackie Pallow, Steve Logan, Mick McManus. Yes, Mick McMichael defeated them all in the golden era of British wrestling. And he is the man in the middle tonight, one of the top 6 wrestlers in the world. He knows what the game is all about, does Mick McMichael. Really packed house here at the Cordray Theatre. Sometimes it looks small because of the angle of the camera is on the stage where there are about 80 people. But believe me, the wrestlers here are wrestling in front of 3,000 people.
Come on, Brody. What do you say, Brody?
Brody going for a grapevine, but can't get it on.
Brody!
As I told you, Owen Hart is the son of the legendary Stu Hart, and Owen Hart has 6 brothers that are international wrestlers all over the world, from Japan via Europe all the way to the United States of America. Owen is probably in his last bout here in Europe as he is to join with Jim Neidhart for the World Wrestling Federation to form a new tag team called the New Hart Foundation.
Hart, I'm watching your Hart.
And the Colonel on the attack, again on the blind side of the referee, pulling Hart's hair, where the referee Mick McMichael couldn't see, but he won't get away with a lot of that from Mick McMichael. As I told you, Mick McMichael himself was one of the leading British wrestlers in the 60s and 70s. He'll know every dirty trick there is. And there's a good trick from Owen Hart as he offers the Colonel his foot and then gives him a good sound kick on the back of the head. Stu Hart will have taught all his boys, all the wrestlers, every dirty trick there is. Some of you wrestlers back in England might be wondering why Mick McMichael is wearing a kilt. We are not used in England to watching referees wearing kilts. Here on the continent, it's the done thing. Mick McMichael of Scottish origin, but now living in Doncaster. That is when he's not touring all over the world, officiating in the middle in a wrestling ring. Owen Hart switches to full Nelson. Oh, and a good bump there. Good bump, Owen Hart. As I told, and out goes the Colonel. The Colonel is by far the taller man, but look at that drop kick, a tremendous drop kick from this young Canadian.
5, 6, 7, 8.
No need for the Colonel to do simple things like ducking under the rope. He can step over it. He stands at 6'4". 6'4" of arrogance. First tackle, and it goes to the Colonel. But Owen Hart nips up. Oh, what about that then? What about that? What a good cross batter. As I told you earlier, he knows every trick in the trade.
1, 2, 3.
Both these men look very, very cool characters in there. And Brodie once again takes his man down to the canvas with the illegal use of the hair. And the fans here in Gaudry are taking no time in telling the Colonel that he's fouling, but that won't bother this man.
Got the hair? No, sir. Watch it. Just watch it, boy. No. Back it up now. Back out.
I can do that again, says Owen Hart. But the Colonel's got no hair, so he goes for the only other hair, and Mick McMichael breaks the hold. And some of the Colonel's moustache comes off.
Always with the hair. Now watch the hair.
Yes, as expected, the Colonel powers his man to the ground, being much taller than Hart. But Hart comes up. He's a very strong young boy. Balances on the rope. Oh, what about that? And a good hip toss.
3, 4.
This is really entertaining wrestling.
Watch the leg, Brodie. Watch it now.
Notice Brodie headmatting his man onto the ropes. That means the wrestler's legs catch the ropes and his head comes down on the canvas first. And for his efforts, Mick McMichael gives him a public warning. The yellow card is out. McMichael will stand no nonsense. Hart pushing the bigger man up here. Can he get him over the rope? And the Colonel's in trouble and out he goes. The Colonel is back to what he's best at, that's smiling.
1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Good knee block by the Colonel. Going for a backbreaker. Oh,
Submission.
oh, this is a truly good submission hold if the Colonel's got it on properly. Got a good drop kick from Hart. Didn't quite have the stranglehold on to make the backbreaker really effective, but he's in here with a few good elbows. Brilliant, truly brilliant drop kick there by Hart. Oh, and out go both men.
1,
Out go both men.
3, 4.
And Hart foolishly attacks the Colonel outside the ring. The Colonel switches up and Hart goes straight into the post, and the Colonel is back in the ring. And the winner is Colonel Brody. To Cornbury, and into the ring comes one of the golden boys of Europe, Franch of Austria. And his opponent tonight, a difficult word to pronounce, Takayaki Yasuka from Japan. Like Owen Hart in the previous contest, both these men have been brought in to the wrestling world by legendary characters. Franch on the left of our picture was brought in by Austria's legendary Otto Vance, former world super heavyweight champion. There aren't too many wrestlers coming out of Austria, but Otto Vance was one of the all-time greats. And this is his protege from Vienna, Franch. Not having the best of starts. And his opponent, Takayaki Yasuki, is a protege of another legendary wrestler, Antonio Inoki of Japan. Antonio Inoki, some of you wrestling fans will remember, was the only wrestler ever to wrestle against the legendary world heavyweight boxing champion Muhammad Ali, and he fought Muhammad Ali to a draw. Both these young men have got the best of their careers ahead of them. Schumann with a hold on at the moment is 26 years of age, while his opponent, Izuka, is 23. So both have got the best years of their wrestling lives ahead of them. They're both learning. The young Japanese has been sent here by the All Japan Wrestling Office to further his wrestling career. They are sent out of Japan are the young wrestlers, and they've got to make their own way either in Europe or in America, and then report in weekly with their progress. And when it's time, when the Japanese think they're good enough, then they bring them back and see if they can make themselves into champions. Referee again, Mick McMichael. Good move there by Schumann. Schumann, incidentally, was also sent from Austria to train. He was sent to the British Wrestling Federation. And he was in Wales training there, and nothing was too much for this guy. He was dead keen, and he is now one of the best wrestlers in Europe. He's got plenty of heart, and he doesn't know the word can't. I'm sure Franch will one day be, like Otto Vance, a world champion. You know the rules, says Mick McMichael, but I don't know how much English this young Japanese knows. But McMichael certainly knows. Good tackle. Oh, and a brilliant move. Well, that's a new move to me. I am told that it's a sambo wrestling move. Izuki was sent to Russia to learn sambo wrestling. It's a big sport in Russia, and they are trying to get it into the next Olympic Games. The world champions in sambo wrestling always come from Russia or from Spain. I'm told this boy is very, very good at it. And he's certainly getting the better of Franch in these opening exchanges. A tremendously fast suplex there by Izuka. And out goes Schumann, as if he wasn't there, thrown out by the Japanese as if he were a feather. Schumann blocks a right hook. Oh, and a good drive across. Oh, but the Japanese immediately switches it over. For a moment there, I thought Schumann could pin him, but the Japanese was well aware of what was happening and switched his man straight over. Oh, and a good arm roll by Schumann. Let's see this again. Look at the speed of Schumann here. Pulls his man across. Schumann going for a single leg Boston. Notice the knee in the middle of your opponent's back. Pull in the leg back on it. Good back kick there by this young Japanese. Japanese is going upstairs. A tremendous flying drop kick off the top rope. This Japanese knows his way around. He is going to please. Oh, what about that suplex? What about this? Schumann switches. This is really a technical bout. Both these young men know what wrestling's all about. They know the technical moves. And I would say Izuka also knows a few other moves. Oh, notice how fast he suplexes his man. And he's going upstairs again. This time you never know what they're going to do. And Schumann is joining him up there. I can't believe it. They're both on the top rope. They're on the turnbuckle. Oh, and a tremendous suplex by Schumann. And he's on his man. 1, 2, 3. Yes. And there he is. Our winner. Franch Schumann of Austria. A tremendous victory for Franch Schumann. And we go straight into the next contest. And need I tell you who's back? Look at the wiggles. Well, they certainly know how to put a show on here in Cordray. And straight into the ring comes an enormous American Buffalo Peterson. Buffalo Peterson from the United States of America.
Oh yeah, baby! You're looking at him, every mother's nightmare. You're looking at Buffalo Peterson. I'm not afraid of anybody. Tony St. Clair, especially not of you. I beat you time and time again, baby. Guns and medals, what I'm all about. Tony St. Clair, when you step in the ring with me tonight, baby, you better have your boots laced up real tight, because the devastation and the thunder of a buffalo, you will feel, my friend. Check it out, whoa.
First, Buffalo Peterson. And I don't need to tell you who his opponent is. He's told you himself. It's Tony St. Clair, former British heavyweight champion. Originally from Redruth in Cornwall, now living in Rhyl in Wales. And this is an enormous man, this Buffalo Patterson. First time we've seen him on Eurosport. He looks a big, mean machine. Look at the power there, he says, and he's right. Referee from for this contest again. One of the best in Europe, one of the best in the world. In the top six with Mick McMichael, this time a Frenchman, Monsieur Didier Gap of Paris. The referee has to be multilingual these days. And out goes St. Clair from tremendous elbows to the side of the head from this colossus from the United States. Well, St. Clair is definitely not having the best of the early exchanges. He's being tossed about like a paper doll by Buffalo Patterson. But St. Clair blocks the post in and sends the American flying. St. Clair is back in business. Like two of our previous wrestlers, St. Clair is also from a wrestling family. His father, Francis St. Clair, was a British champion, as was his brother, Roy St. Clair. Both his father and his brother were tremendous wrestlers. Both were British champions. Tony St. Clair was also a British champion. He lost it recently to David Finlay, but I am told by the British Wrestling Federation a rematch is booked for the new year in Britain. But he can make no effect with body tackles against this huge Buffalo man. Oh, tremendous move there by St. Clair, brings his man down. I would say definitely that St. Clair would have the bigger repertoire of holds, as Europeans invariably have on Americans. The Americans might outmatch us in power, but never ever on skill. Oh, and St. Clair knew a good hold, and he uses it again, and the Buffalo man is on the floor. The Buffalo is on the floor, looking at the ring lights. And Buffalo misses with two clotheslines. Picks St. Clair up and comes down with an elbow. But St. Clair watched him all the way and moved. Oh, there was no mistake in this time. The back elbow from this Elvis Presley lookalike. Before turning professional, Buffalo Patterson had trials for the USA Olympic team. very, very nearly represented America in the last Olympic Games. And another strange thing about him is that he is a Mormon. And believe me, there aren't too many Mormons that are professional wrestlers. He lives in Salt Lake City. The only other Mormon I've ever heard of that was a wrestler was another great name in wrestling, Don Leo Jonathan, I beg your pardon. He was a Mormon and he was a great wrestler. Buffalo Patterson is years ahead of him to prove if he is a great wrestler or not. But he's certainly doing well here tonight. Look at the huge shoulders and the huge chest on this Mormon. A truly strong man in every sense of the word. Good suplex by Patterson. Patterson has come up with a great referee up against a great referee here. He was too slow diving across. You must follow it through straight away. Didier Gap wasn't having it at all. And Patterson's going upstairs. This is a huge man. Oh, a tremendous dive across there. Could easily have crushed Sinclair's ribs. But let's see if he's all right. Drawing up slowly. Patterson misses, and Sinclair meets him straight off the rope, straight with his own clothesline. Good slam there by Patterson. Claims the leg, 2. St. Clair kicks out on 2. First time I've seen Buffalo Patterson, and I'm really impressed. He's a big, strong man, and he knows his wrestling. Indeed, it's what you expect from a former Olympic trials for the U.S. of America. St. Clair saw that one, kicks his man. Posting by Patterson on a half a left hook and half a clothesline from St. Clair. Tremendous clothesline. Sinclair is coming back on top. He has more experience than Patterson. Can he do it? And he comes. Oh, and he misses. Oh, and this time he hits a referee. Didier Gap. Tony Sinclair goes upstairs and tries for the clothesline on Patterson, but misses Patterson and actually catches referee Didier Gap. Oh, there's all sorts of troubles here. Referee Didier Gap still can't see this. Patterson's coming on. He's gone out of the ring. Nobody knows what's happening. If ever there was a vagary, this is it. And Patterson's back in the ring with a chair. Hits Sinclair over the head with a chair. And goes down and covers him. And Didier Gap is just recovering. He looks shaky. 1, 2, 3, never. Oh, my God. Well, we can't blame the referee. He can only give what he sees. And there is the winner, Buffalo Patterson. Well, St. Clair unfairly beaten. And the winner is Buffalo Patterson. What a travesty.
Eurosport.
From the United United States of America again, the Barbarian. There he is, with all glory tattooed across his face. Known simply as the Barbarian, a really big man, and into the ring comes another great British wrestler, Dave Rocky Taylor from Bradford, Yorkshire. Taylor stands at 6'4", but the Barbarian is taller by another 2 inches. Strange but true. Rocky Taylor had 2 brothers, Steve and Eric. Both were professional wrestlers. Their father, also Eric, was a professional wrestler. And indeed, the grandfather for these young lads wrestled in the Olympic Games for Great Britain in San Francisco way back in 1928. There is wrestling history for you. A lot of people say to me, I wouldn't like my son to be a wrestler. Believe me, it's an honorable profession, a great profession. You've got to think for yourself, and you've got to act for yourself. You've got to be a tough guy, you've got to be a wise guy, and you've got to look after yourself. And look at that. That is Rocky Taylor's way of coming back into the ring. That's his speciality, of coming back into the ring quickly. He somersaults over the top rope. Look at him coming in. And out. Opponent's never ready for that. A tremendous drop kick in the back, and out goes the Barbarian. Really good body on this big Barbarian from America, but it's only equal to Dave Taylor's, who trained to be a wrestler and trained to look after his body in Bradford, trained by his father. He is an athlete in every sense of the way. In every sense of the word. I do beg your pardon. Dave Rocky Taylor is a tremendous wrestler and a tremendous athlete. People often ask me why wrestlers beat their own bodies with their fists. It is to try and alleviate the pain that must be going up his back now, with his arm being forced up by this powerful American. You know yourself, when you're in pain, you'll do anything to take your mind away from the spot where the pain is. Look at the muscles rippling on Taylor's body. But he can't break this hold. Barbarian pushes Taylor's arm right up, but Rocky's coming out. Is he coming out? Yes, yes he has. Rocky Taylor powers his way out. Referee Mick McMichael has handled even bigger men in his long and illustrious career. He won't be frightened of Dave Taylor, and he won't be frightened of the Barbarian either, big and ferocious as they are. He's the man in the middle, he's the boss. Oh, tremendous move on, Taylor fails. Taylor leaps onto the second rope and tries to pin the Barbarian by diving across him, but he's come off the worse for it. He's struggling to get back up to his feet, a serious mistake by the Bradford bomber. A short clothesline and Taylor is down again. I've got him, says the Barbarian, but I wonder. They make him tough in Bradford. He'll come back with this Yorkshireman. Well, whoever wins this will have beaten a good one. Oh, posting by the Barbarian, and he follows in while his man was against the rope. There was no escape for Taylor as the Barbarian crashed a clothesline onto his throat. Another good post in. Oh, and this time he goes in for a body check, but he fails and he's out over the rope. And Taylor lifts his arm in victory. Here's the Barbarian out. No, he's coming back. He doesn't look injured. And Taylor makes sure he comes back. He pulls him in by his hair. And now Taylor is going upstairs. This is a big man. Dive bombing on the Barbarian. Barbarian doesn't know where he is. And Taylor comes down with a clothesline right onto the Barbarian's throat. McMichael is counting. That can only be called a right hook and another one. And Taylor throws his man to the rope and misses with a drop kick. It's still anybody's fight. Barbarian tries a knee drop and covers his man, claims the leg, but Taylor is still too strong. There's a lot of power in them Yorkshire Hills. Good right-hander from this big man. Taylor runs straight on to a size 13 shoe. Once you come back off them ropes, there's so much spring in them, you can't stop yourself. The Barbarian tries, and Taylor's got him, pins him too. Yes, he's got him. Taylor's got him. Taylor has got him. What a tremendous move. There he is. Good on you, Dave Taylor. You're a credit to your father who trained you well, and you're a credit to Bradford, a credit to England. A tremendous victory for the wrestler from Bradford. And the Barbarian doesn't like it at all, but Mick McMichael knows who the winner was. It's the Yorkshireman. Eurosport. To the last contest of the evening, from Cornbury and into the ring, cartwheels, Steve Wright. Steve Wright from Warrington in England. We've seen this man once before in the last contest when he was beaten by Dave Taylor. Into the ring comes Larry Cameron. And bringing him into the ring was the Barbarian. Larry Cameron is Steve Wright's opponent.
Ready? Pareil, messieurs. C'est parti.
A beautifully built ex-Mr. America bodybuilding Larry Cameron from Massachusetts. The American has a really good body, much bigger than Steve Wright, but Steve Wright will undoubtedly be the better technical wrestler. Indeed, he is one of the great technical wrestlers of all time. Trained by Ted Betley in Warrington, and wrestled first in England as Wonder Boy Wright a long time ago. But he's lost none of the techniques, indeed he's added to them. There are few better technical wrestlers than Steve Wright. Now living in Nuremberg in Germany the past 15 years, where he has married a young lady from Nuremberg. Speaks German fluently, as one would expect of an intelligent, educated man who is a wrestler. Look at the bulging muscles of Larry Cameron. But the one thing is for sure, they'll hold no fear to this man from Warrington.
On abandonne Wright. No.
Using all the strength he knows here. Look at them biceps, look at them. This is a mean machine. And indeed he looks like a pirate. He could indeed pirate this contest from Steve Wright. He certainly has the power. The question is, will Steve Wright's technique come out victorious? Owen ankle hold this time. Steve Wright knows them all. Arm, leg, head. He knows every hold in the book. Single leg Boston, leaning back. But I would say the American's back is too strong at this stage. It doesn't matter if you didn't submit to this one, says Steve Wright. I know another 999 holds. Steve Wright's trainer, Ted Betley, trained the British Bulldogs, Davy Boy Smith, and Dynamite Kid. Two great wrestlers he trained, but for my money, the greatest wrestler from Warrington is in the ring now. This is a true technician. Took him the worst for wear against Larry Cameron's tremendous power. Could be a shock result here. Yellow card to Cameron from referee Didier Gap. Gap won't stand for any nonsense, that is for sure. Cameron squashing right head. And it's obvious the English wrestler is in pain, trying to come out the back way. Is he strong enough to get out? Tries with an elbow to the stomach, can't break the hold, but does. Oh, only to be met with a tremendous clothesline. And believe me, there will be tremendous clotheslines. Look at the arms on Cameron once again. Oof. Right across the neck, and Cameron goes for it. He thinks he's got it too. No, says referee Didier Gap. Did you notice the way Wright switched that from being down himself, all of a sudden Cameron was down? That is the mark of a wrestler. And Wright is coming back and ties his man in the rope. Oh, look at these short elbows going in now. Wright will not let this go easy. Look at it. Cameron offering his hand, having had a bit. And Steve Wright, watch him there, lightning fast. Wright beat his man to the punch there. Well, not actually to the punch, he beat him to the kick. Cameron offered his hand and then tried to trick the English boy, but to no avail. Oh, and a good drop kick there. And there's a young lady, she knows whose side she's on, and it isn't Cameron's. Wright bringing elbows up from his bootlaces. And Cameron is looking the worse for wear. Oh, you don't kick Steve Wright that easy, Cameron. Slams his man, goes for a pin. But this is a very, very strong, fit, young man. He can be pinned easily. I am most impressed by this latest American to come to Europe. That is Larry Cameron. Very, very strong, powerful wrestler. Sure to make his mark here. Pulls his man from the corner. And a short clothesline, and in comes the Barbarian. The Barbarian comes to see if he can help his fellow American. Whenever this happens, you know that the American is in trouble. The other will come and help him. Steve Wright can see Larry Cameron off. And now the Barbarian is trying to attract attention, and Steve Wright points it out to Didier Gap, the referee, and Cameron is swaying on the ropes. All of a sudden, Wright seems to be on top, and he picks his man up and slams him. Wright seems to be on top here. Oh, look at that, a trip by the Barbarian, and Wright is down. Wright is down, come back here, says Steve Wright. Now that was totally unfair, and Larry Cameron crashes in, claims his man. Oh, my God, he's pinned him, and Steve Wright has been pinned by a totally unfair tactic. Well, Steve Wright will not take this easy. And the winner is the American Larry Cameron. They can say what they want, but Steve Wright is a born winner. He'll be back. There'll be serious repercussions. Steve Wright goes down fighting no matter what the Americans say. They can be black or they can be white, and I look forward to that. Steve Wright is going to be partnered in a tag match by the looks of it, by Dane Rocky Taylor. There they are. British, born and bred, and the best in the world. We look forward to seeing you to Good Wrestling next Tuesday. Rick Williams to Caudry in northern France to 5 bouts of international freestyle wrestling. And we open up with the big boys, Rambo from Canada against Joe Cruz from the United States of America.
Come on, Cruz, get up him, come on.
And the first voice you hear is that of the English referee, Mick McMichael.
Oh, you in the face.
Both these men stand over 6'4" in height, and 2 of them are powerfully built. The blonde-haired wrestler in the trunks is Joe Cruz of the United States of America, a former amateur wrestler with a very, very impressive record, who has been a professional wrestler for 3 years. Still a rookie in the professional game. His opponent, Rambo, known simply as Rambo over here in Europe, is French-Canadian and is a powerhouse in his own right. You can see how tall these men are because Mick McMichael stands at 5'8", and they are towering over the referee. Good clothesline there from Rambo.
3, 4.
Mick McMichael, the referee, will be well known to English wrestling fans, and he will be well known here in Europe now as one of the major referees for wrestling in the whole of Europe.
That's the 3rd time in a row. Come on now.
No matter how tall or how big these fellas are, Mick McMichael won't be afraid of them. Oh, and Cruz misses with a leap over. Cruz misses with a leap over and gets a good arm drag for his Payne. Here we go. There's the arm drag from Rambo again. Rambo's learnt most of his wrestling here in Europe. He came here from Montreal, a comparative rookie, but he has been in all the major tournaments, including Hanover and Bremen.
Rambo, submission hold boy. Out. Come on, we're on the ropes again now. Get him out!
Posted by Cruz and goes in for the clothesline, misses, and gets an arm drag, a good arm drag there by Rambo. You people sat at home, I want you to imagine the strength in the bodies of both these wrestlers. They are truly powerful men. Power slam by Rambo, and he's followed it through, hangs on to the arm lock.
1. Let him up, Rambo.
house here in Cawdrey. Although we can only see those people that are sat on the stage, believe me, there are 2,500 spectators here in this packed arena, awaiting another evening of good wrestling from Eurosport.
Once again, Cruz. It's time now. Bring him out. Come on.
Cruz, ideally built for a wrestler, big strong legs, powerful shoulders. I'm sure all he needs is the experience. There's only one way you get that, and that's in that square jungle. Just look at the power on Rambo's shoulders and chest. Tremendously fit men, these. Michael saw that.
Bring him out, Cruz.
Good kicks by Cruz.
No count. No count, Cruz. No count. No count, Fish.
Rambo looking in some pain there. Vicious kicks from this Joe Cruz, a new man to us here. He hails from North Carolina in his first season in Europe. And indeed in his first wrestling show for Eurosport. Tries for a nerve hold. He could well have it, but I don't think Rambo will submit for this one. He looks full of confidence. 24 years of age.
1, 2, 3, 4. Cruz, bring it out! Get him out!
A good slam by Cruz. He's controlling the bout at the moment. Goes for the nerve hold again. Oh, a good backdrop there. And it's all Cruz. But it would be a shock if he defeated the far more experienced Rambo, who has wrestled for the World Super Heavyweight Championship.
No count.
That's enough, let's go, says Rambo.
1. Every team. 3, 4.
I'm surprised the amount of moves that this Joe Cruz knows. The Americans usually come over here to Europe and they don't know that many holds. Maybe they're stronger than the Europeans, maybe they're bigger, but they certainly don't know as many holds. But this Joe Cruz, he knows, he's been around. Good clothesline there. After a good posting, he followed his man right into the corner. Cruz thinks he's on the way to victory. Good kicks to the midriff. Another good posting. Oh, but Rambo was ready for him then. Rambo saw him come in. Rambo's under the clothesline. Oh, and he comes back with his own back elbow, and he's covered his man, and he got the leg. 1, 2, 3. Yes. Yes. Joe Cruz has been pinned by Monsieur Rambo of Canada. There we are, the winner once again, with blood all over his shoulder, Monsieur Rambo. And here we go, into the girls. Bring on the dancing girls. Well, I'm sure these girls would be an adornment on any wrestling ring. They would look well in England, and I'm sure all you wrestling fans out there would love to see them attacking English rings, and I do mean attacking. And here comes the idol of Paris, the one and only Flash Gordon. No wonder the girls are here. Gordon of France, the world middleweight champion, and his opponent tonight will outweigh him by some 8 stone. From Nuneaton in England, in the Midlands, Scrubber Daly. Standing at 6 foot and weighing 24 stone. I haven't seen Flash Gordon give away as much weight as this. Personally, Flash Gordon weighs about 13 and a half, 13 stone 10 possibly at the outside, and he's on against this colossus, this 24 stone mammoth from Nuneaton. Oh, and he's pushed off as if he wasn't there. Special challenge match from about 3 weeks ago. Gypsy John Kenny was defeated by Flash Gordon and was immediately challenged by this monster from Nuneaton. He is a very, very good friend of John Kenny's. Gypsy John lost to Flash Gordon, and immediately his friend Scrubber Daly wanted to fight Flash Gordon. Regardless of the weight difference, Flash Gordon's a brave man. He took him on. But he's totally ineffectual. For my money, you can't give away 10 stones and hope to be in with a chance. Oh, Flash Gordon trying to get him over, but the center of balance is all wrong. He'll never get a man of this weight over from that angle. You must get these monsters right over the ropes if you're going to do it. Oh, but he drop-kicked him out there, and Scrubber Daly is out. That's what you get for showing off to the crowd, Scrubber Daly. Flash Gordon was really quick there. Gordon is nothing if not a crowd pleaser. He can't possibly try and hurt the man from that move, but he knew he would entertain the crowd, and he knows that's his job. Referee Mick McMichael, although English, all English fans will remember him as an English wrestler, but he is of Scottish origin, and that's why he wears a kilt. Oh, what about that splash? That is Scrubber Daly's speciality, but the Flash saw him come in and was away like a flash, like a true Flash. He was away. Scrubber Daly, if he catches you with that, that's the end. It's curtains. It's time to go home. But the Flash saw him coming and was able to move. Watch yourself, you boy, says Scrubber Daly, but I don't think this Flash Gordon speaks any English at all. If he does, he's very, very limited in his English. Well, he'll understand that back elbow to the mouth. He'll certainly understand that. If a big man really gets on top of a smaller opponent and powers him into the ground, if he can keep that going, then the saying is true, a good big one will always beat a good small one. And this is a true case of a big one against the small one, a David and Goliath contest. Ooh, I felt that sat here at the ringside. The ring shuddered, and Flash Gordon certainly felt it.